So Jimmy, a 2-1 win here against a tough North Shield side. What were your thoughts on the game?
I was really pleased. We set out with a game plan today, had a good chat about it last night, me and Gav, and spoke about it in management meeting this afternoon. And I thought the lads stuck to the task really well. You know, as much as we want to play our own style of play and way every week, you can't be sort of too naive to the fact that you've got to stop the other team's strengths. I thought our lads stuck to the task, the game plan that we asked them to do today. Thought we controlled most at first half. Scored a good goal, great ball in. We were talking about getting our wide men high and getting the crosses in the box. Ben put a great ball in. Balo does what he does, heads it in. Great goal. And I thought if we'd just been a little bit tidier in possession, we could have created a little bit more. But I was quite pleased with the way we were dropping on first and second balls and just sort of smothering them. They struggled to get out a little bit, I felt. And I thought the shape worked. And I thought the lads stuck to it really well. And everybody played well, to be fair. So, you know, we weren't carrying anybody today. And I asked them to go and give us a response to last week. I let them know in no uncertain terms that I didn't feel that last week was anywhere near good enough. But we know how honest the lads are, and they've responded today. And I think we've gone in playoffs. So, happy days.
And at the end of the first half, we had 2 injuries in 2 minutes with Kenny and Killer both having to come off. Did that threaten to derail things?
Well, as much as it doesn't, you know, you can talk, like I was saying at half-time, or before half-time, I said, you know, we brought Leighton and Josh on for them, and they were both unlucky to not start the game today. But just felt it was the best way to go with the shape that we were playing. And it doesn't matter whether it's Josh, Killer, Leighton, whoever. When you make 2 changes at that stage, it has got a tendency or the capability to then go and lose that little bit of momentum and derail us slightly. So I thought it was really important that we got to half-time because we had sort of 8 or 9 minutes to go, I think, something like that, plus the stoppages. But, you know, I think the second half, I think Josh Winder, I'd be interested to see the stats. Josh Winder will have got through some running. Constant thorn in the side, in behind. He worked really hard to try and stop them playing out from the back. Leighton's come in and done really well. It was a shame because, you know, Killer's first start back at the club. He's just done his groin slightly. And I thought he started really positively. And then, and Bailey Kenny was tremendous for the first half an hour. I thought it was really good. But that's just testament to the squad that we've got a lad like Leighton and Josh who we can call on and know that they'll come on and do a good job. So really, really gritty display from everybody and the type of win that we're going to need to sort of churn out more often if we want to stay in those playoffs.
And you mentioned Seaham there. How big was today's win based on last week's result?
Huge, yeah, huge. You know, there was a real determination actually within the group. You know, we felt like we'd had a good run up until the Seaham game. We got a little bit of criticism, I noticed on social media, which is fair enough. You know, the fans they go and support us home and away. So if that's what they want to do, then that's their prerogative. But it almost added a little bit of fuel to our fire to say, listen, we're going to go and respond this week and we'll win that game. And we knew it was going to be really tough. North Shields are one of form teams in division, if not the form team. But I thought we really restricted them to not much today. And I was just, the only negative I've said to the players is I was so disappointed that we haven't kept the clean sheet. We've conceded at the end and just made that last 3 or 4 minutes a little bit nervy. But to be fair, I thought we defended really well. And after they scored, we didn't really look in that much danger. We kept us line nice and high. We were clever when we had the ball. A lot of things ran through. They were chucking kitchen sink at us, to be fair, and I thought we stood up to it well. So, look, it's 3 points. It's a good performance. Really pleased. And all credit to lads. I thought they really grafted today and you know, worked hard to go and respond and put last week behind us.
And as you rightly said, that win lifts us into the playoff places. After a slightly mixed start to life in the Northern League, you must be delighted with the reaction.
Yeah, definitely. I think if we can get in them playoffs at the end of the season where we are now, then we'll all be delighted. It's been a bit of a bigger transition. I've said this before. It's been a bit of a bigger transition to the league than we thought maybe. But I think we've settled a little bit. Of course, you know, I'm the lad's biggest critic and I set the standards up here, which, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. But we're all human at the end of the day. We will have an off day. We had an off day last week, but to be fair, you've got to give Seaham credit. You know, they threw the kitchen sink at us as well. They never went away and maybe it was just sort of one game too far. We'd had another midweek game the week before and I just thought we looked like we were a bit on empty last Saturday. Whereas this week we've managed to get a bit of training in, recharge the batteries slightly. I thought we looked better and more at it today. Changed the shape. I thought that worked. and gave us a platform to go on and win game. And individually, I thought all lads were great, even lads who come off bench. So it's a really pleasing victory for us today. Big 3 points, and to put us into 5th is something that I think we'd have all taken at this stage. But there's plenty of hard work in front of us.
And finally, during the week, you received the North East Non-League Show's Manager of the Month for September. Obviously, results on the pitch are the most important thing, but it must be nice to be recognised.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. Like I said, I made a bit of a quip on Facebook on my social media. I was like, I never expected to win a North East Manager of the Month award, and that was just because I never thought I'd be in the North East playing in that league. But I've actually, like I said on that YouTube interview I did the other night, I've actually really enjoyed it. It's another string to my bow as a manager. You know different areas, different teams, build up different contacts, and let's be fair about it. In a different sort of way, it's a good league. Going to different places, and all right, the travel's a little bit more, but so far so good. The only disappointing thing for me is I think we should have more points on board than we have got on board. But look, we'll take it. We'll move on and we'll keep striving to try and be better each week. And like I say, I think for where we are at the moment, we've done all right. So yeah, so far so good. Let's hope we can keep it going.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jimmy.
Cheers, Dan. Thank you.